in terms of where our private sector stands, I think if you look at what our Prime Minister has been talking about in public, as far as the 11th Malaysia Plan goes, which is going to be from 2016 to 2020, the focus is going to be on how we can move towards becoming an innovation and productivity-led, trying to achieve innovation and productivity-led growth. So we very much need the private sector to be focusing on how they can be increasing productivity and also becoming more innovative. So we have various programs as well which are looking at trying to facilitate this. As I mentioned, the reason that we were set up as a national innovation agency is really to act as a catalyst for the private sector. You're absolutely right. The private sector should be driving innovation, and that's the very reason why we've been set up in this way, to be here only for 10 years, to get the private sector to be more actively involved in many of these areas that we're engaged in now. And as far as the public sector is concerned, there is I think right from the top, from our chief secretary to the government, down at the civil service level, there is a big push towards seeing how the government sector can embrace innovation. Every ministry actually has an innovation department or innovation section, and they individually they are looking at how they can improve. But one of the things that we're doing, which I mentioned earlier as well, is the Design Thinking School, where we have a 10-week program where targeted at young working adults from age 20 to 35. Now, 60% of the intake and graduates going through this program that we have, which started in the beginning of 2013, are coming from various government agencies and ministries. And we see very enthusiastic response from the individuals that go through this program, how they can use these tools that they have learned, that these design thinking tools, to use them in their respective ministries when they go back. Design thinking is about it's sort of like a way to teach innovation, because design thinking is really about using it's a process. Use a design thinking process to come up with solutions to problems and issues that arise, by empathizing with your end user. So what it means is that you actually put yourself in the place of your end customer or your end user. So in the case of a government agency or ministry, they'd be thinking about the public that use their services. How can they improve? By looking at the point of view of the public. And so these are ways that you can slowly try to make the changes and use innovation to improve the level of service.